Hi everyone, welcome to today's Zebra Report. And today I want to talk about your pipeline. And there isn't a business out there that doesn't have a business pipeline. And a business pipeline is basically, it's that path that a client takes from when they get to know you until when they've done business with you. And then for many years thereafter. And a successful pipeline is a pipeline that has three parts to it: a before, a during, and an after. Meaning, what do you do before you do business with someone to really let them get to know you, to provide something that would, in fact, let them know a little bit more about you or your services? What is it that you're doing that's attracting those new business opportunities for you? And what is it that you're doing to retain them? So there's that before part. I really like to look at that more as the attraction part. So there's the attraction part, the before. The during is those wonderful things that we do when we actually have a client and we're working with them actively. It could be a buyer, it could be a seller. There are systems and processes that we have in our business that impress those people and make it a memorable experience for them, so that they'll want to come back for more, so that they're going to want to talk to other people and send referrals your way and really just sing your praises. That's the during phase. And then that third part of that pipeline is what happens after the transaction's over. Once it's over, what do? The sale is now complete. The house is sold or the home is purchased. The buyers are in their new home. The sellers have left the home they're at. What do you do then? What does that after part of the pipeline look like? So with every pipeline that is out there for every agent, it's the same three things. There's a before, there's a during, and there's an after. What are those things that you do in each part of that transactional pipeline? What are those things you do? And what I find for most agents is that there's an area where they're weak. It's an area that they might say, I'm really good during the transaction. I work really hard. My clients love me. I have such a great time with them. But boy, after the transaction's over, that's where I'm really weak. Or other people will say, I just really wish I had more opportunities to be up to bat, more listing presentations to go on, more buyers to work with. And part of the challenge is you don't have that attraction part of your business. So to have a successful pipeline, you have to really look at those three parts of that pipeline and say, where can I get better? Where can I improve on the before, the during, and the after? And the only way to do that is to have a system, a process for that, which means that maybe there's some particular marketing that you do in the before phase. Or maybe when you meet someone and they say, I'm thinking about maybe buying or selling, and maybe not this year, maybe next year. Is there part of your process that you then are able to say, okay, that's a potential client and I need to have a potential client program for them. And if they're thinking of selling and they live in this area, then over the next year, here are the steps that I'm going to take to really keep them up to date on what's happening in that market for them. And it's the same thing when you think about the during phase. How can I make this experience better for the current buyer I'm working with? How can I make this experience better for the current seller I'm working with? And then the after, you have to think about, now that the transaction's done, what are those things that you are going to do that will ensure that that client will never forget you? And that's really going to be such a big key moving forward this year, is really thinking about, how am I going to really create those strong, long-lasting relationships with my clients? But whatever part of the pipeline you have a weakness in, that also means there's a part that you're good at, you have a strength in. And if you can master one, you can also master the other. So really just be honest and upfront with yourself, name it and claim it. And I think it's a good thing to name and claim, you know what, I'm really good during, but I tend to really forget people after the transaction's over. Don't be afraid to just be honest and upfront, because that gives you kind of like a jumping board to then say, okay, this is where I have to jump forward. I got to be forward moving in this. I've got to come up with a new way to communicate with my potential clients or my past clients. So just really take the time, think about those things that are important for you in your business, and think about the pipeline and the part of the pipeline that you want to improve. So remember, there's always a way forward. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.